final say. And every branch that is connected to him has life. We have to recognize the fruit that we are producing and know the fruit is beneficial. Amen? So now we're going to Colossians chapter 1, verses 6 through 10. Which is come unto you as it is in all the world, bringeth forth fruit, and as it doeth also in you. Since the day ye've heard of it, and knew of the grace of God in truth, as ye also learned of Epaphras, our dear fellow servant, who is for you a faithful minister of Christ, who also declared unto us your love in the Spirit. For this cause we also, since the day we heard about it, do not cease to pray for you, and desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God. When we see the word fruit or fruitful, it's also a double entendre. Not only meaning spiritual fruits, but it also means everything you do is producing results. Things are happening back because God lives on the inside of you is not going to let you do nothing in vain. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So as I was reading the story of Joseph, once again, I got another gem. It's not about the prophet over there. I love it, but this is another gem. But I talked with her and she agrees with me on this. The hand of God was on Joseph's life so heavy that even in his preparation and pruning season, that everything that he touched prospered.
Yes.
And it prospered so much, and he had the spirit of success on him so much, that whoever's household he was in or working for, that household prospered.
Yes.
And they didn't even believe in the same God as Joseph. But because it was Joseph in the vicinity, everything around him prospered and was blessed. So if anybody want to argue with you and say proximity blessing doesn't exist, they're a liar. Just point them straight to Joseph and point out that point right there. We can have a relationship with God so much and walk with God so much that not only we are blessed, that everything around us are blessed. Children, friends, businesses, homes, people on the job. Just because you're there, they're blessed. Sometimes people don't have God in the equation, but because they brought you in and you had the God on the inside of you, they brought God into the equation. And you solved their problem because God spoke it through you. Or even, for example, in our minister class, we was talking about witnessing. And I was telling them how I had a chance to witness to one of my clients who was a celebrity. And we were talking about planes. I said, I don't like heights. Heights is not my thing. You sit by me on the plane, I got the window seat. I ain't got nothing for you. You ain't looking out this window. You look forward, look to the look to the left. And the client had a problem because when they were young, they were on the plane and the engine stopped and they're all the way up in the air. But by the grace of God, they made it. So they asked,